So I want to talk about mastering 100 yards and in, which is really important for you to be able to improve your scoring. So the first thing I would suggest is, if you don't have a rangefinder, to get a rangefinder. I'm not usually the person that's going to try and tell you to go out and buy a lot of things, but these are amazing. It's going to help you on the practice range with being able to find really specific distances and know that you're hitting to those. It's even like a little telescope for a course I haven't played and I'm looking at the green, or I want to look around and yardage trees off the tee. That's really, really helpful as well. So first thing I would say is get one of these. It'll even speed up play. So there's that. So here's what it might look like if you already have a rangefinder. So boom, I zap off some yardage and I've got maybe 100 yards to a front pin, which is great for me. That's a full lob wedge. So I might just, walk up, grab my wedge, take my swing, and then this happens. All right, so what happened there? I had 100 yards. My wedge is a actually perfect 100-yard full swing. So what happened? Well, I'm a human being. Just to put it in perspective, Tiger Woods misses the green about 20% of the time from 100 yards. The leading player on the PGA Tour right now is missing the green just over 13% of the time from 100 yards. So this is the kind of next piece I really want you to think about, and hopefully this will help your game a little bit, is this pin is about 10 feet off the front of the green. So I've given myself a 10-foot window to be able to hit a perfect wedge full and to have it be the right distance and probably not even spin back off the green in the first place. So what I'm getting at is you're picking the wrong club. If you're just going off yardage and how far you know it, you need to take the next step further and look at that pin location. For me, if I've got a full wedge, which I like hitting full wedges, but the pin, I have very little room for air, I'm taking my next club up. I'm hitting a 56 here because there's all the room in the world behind it. You'll see, like, the opposite of that though is, say this pin is the very back of the green. Well, I don't want to go long, so it's actually perfect. If it's 100 yards and the pin's in the back, I'm hitting my full 100-yard club all day, because the odds are I'm probably going to actually be a little bit short with an uphill putt, and I'm in a safe spot. So like, that's a big thing, is you want to start hitting more greens if you want to score better. And a lot of times when you're missing greens, it's just because of a mental mistake. Like, you're just looking at the yardage and you're not really paying attention to where the flag's at and where you're going to be able to have a better chance of factoring in for your misses. Do me a big favor if you'd hit that subscribe button, and I'm also going to post a link to some videos for some putting drills. The next thing that's really just going to help you score well 100 yards in is practice a little bit of diversity, because as we said, even from 100 yards in, you're going to miss greens. Like, if the best players in the world that practice every day, the best one right now is missing over 13% of them, we're going to miss greens. So then we're going to leave ourselves with shots. And I want you to practice a little bit of diversity. I notice a lot of people have like a go-to club, and it's fine if you have a club that you're really comfortable with, but you're going to have a lot of different shots. So like this one right here, it's uphill, there's a lot of rough, and the pin again is tucked. It's probably 6 feet off the front of the green there. So there's a couple options. I can use a lob wedge like this and try and go high. And I just suggest that you practice all of them and really try to play through. But say you got this lob wedge, I can go high and try and spin it. That worked out really well, I'm not gonna lie. I'll take that all day. But also, like, start to play around too with some lower shots to roll. There's actually a lot, it's pretty consistent. Like, you can practice out. There's not a lot that can go wrong with them. So this is a 50 degree. And I'm just going to play this low and try to bump and run it through. That one wasn't even hit great. It's a little bit long. But in the reality of it, it's like 3 feet past the other ball. And that's a bad shot there. I'll be honest, that lob wedge, I could do a lot of bad things with it every now and then. So what I want you to do, again, is just, you're going to miss greens. So I want you to practice a lot of different shots around the green, but practice them with different clubs and different ways of hitting them, and you're going to be better off. One thing I really would encourage you to do as well is to start keeping track of your greens in regulation if you don't already. It's really easy. Just do it on your scorecard. Make a little, box below for like fairway, green, 2-putt, and you can just kind of check it if you hit the green or not. Get in. Ding.